Portal is ultimately a glorified tech demo. It takes about 2 to 3 hours to complete if you've never played it before, but if you're like me and could go through it with your eyes closed, it takes a little over an hour. And to be fair to Portal, it was never meant to be a full price game. I don't think I've ever seen it priced more than £10, so the expectations were never that high. Saying all that though, the game still manages to follow in the same footsteps as the Half-Life series by using its world to tell the story. The game starts off with you waking up in a test chamber with some calming music playing on the radio whilst being greeted by an AI voice, and I don't mean one of those annoying AI voices you hear on TikToks nowadays.
Yo, what's up, home slice? You ready to think with portals and shit?
Instead, it's a character known as GLaDOS. She instructs you for each test chamber while making funny little comments that get stranger and stranger as the game goes on.
The experiment is nearing its conclusion. The Enrichment Center is required to remind you that you will be baked, and then there will be cake.
Halfway through the game, the test chambers get more and more dangerous, with your life being put on the line with things like turrets and dodgy looking water that kills you instantly. It's during this time you start to find hidden areas with writing on the walls and other weird things. You start to realise something is off as GLaDOS keeps glitching and all the observation rooms you see are always empty. That's when the game hits you with the plot twist, and GLaDOS's plans are finally revealed. Another thing to note is that yet again the music and sound design is unreal, with the ambient sounds of the facility matched perfectly with the sterile environments. Things like the humming from the LED lights, and you match that with the amazing soundtrack, especially the song Self-Esteem Fund, and you get one of the most eerie settings in all of gaming. Turns this quirky little puzzle game into almost a survival horror. There's not much to say about Portal, as it's not that long. The mechanics are super simple. Shoot one portal on this wall, shoot another portal on that wall, and bam, that's it. It's a fun little game, but once you've played it once, there's no more challenge to it. I find myself revisiting it just to soak up the eerie atmosphere Valve have so perfectly crafted. There's not many ports to speak about. Obviously it was included on the orange box on the Xbox 360 and PS3, and a few years ago it was released on the Switch alongside its sequel. One port I absolutely have to bring up is a fan-made remake of the game on the fucking Nintendo 64. Sadly, it's not available anymore because, you know, Nintendo. But the fact that this even exists is crazy. Massive props to James Lambert for even attempting this. It would be quite a few years before we'd see anything from the world of Aperture Science, but like most Valve games, it was definitely worth the wait.